Hi everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and today's video we are working on two brand new beach bags. I've done some of these last year, and so I thought I would add a couple more to the collection this year. And we have one with the sandcastle and one with the pineapple and hibiscus flower. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to slide that one off to the side for a minute. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to assemble our sandcastle. So we have the sandcastle pieces right here, and I will show those to you as we go along. And then we have two decorative panels and the beach bag. So for the sandcastle, I already used my distress crayons and went ahead and kind of added a shadow to some of the pieces. And if you want to know how I did that, there is a video that I did last week with the curvy cards, and you can follow that. So with our sandcastle, we have the back tower, we have two side towers, and all three of these have the windows cut out. And then we have the front piece. We have the two roof pieces and the ledge piece, and then the background. So to build this, I'm going to start with my back tower, or the middle tower. We're just going to put some glue on the back of there. And then glue it right to the front of that. And you want to match up those towers on the top. That's the most important part that matches. Okay, then we're going to do the same exact thing with these side towers. And they are both exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter which one you put on which side. You have one on the right and one on the left. You want to match those up. Oops, 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 oops. Just like that. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go, just like that. And then we have the ledge piece, so I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to the back of that. It is kind of a tiny piece, but it's not so tiny that you can't work with it or that it won't cut from your machine. And then we'll take our little roof pieces and just add them. So I cut this out using two colors of brown, and I did the darker brown as the back and then the roofs and the ledge. And now we have this front piece, and it can just be glued right on top of there, or we can add it with a little bit of foam tape, which is what I'm going to do. So I've got my foam tape. I'm just going to cut a couple of small pieces, and they don't need to be very big. So there's my two little pieces, and I'm just going to put them right there on the back. And then just line it up along the bottom. And there is our sandcastle. Such a cute little castle. Okay, next we want to do the box, or the bag. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score everything down towards the table. So we have two sides on the top and two sides on the bottom. And then we have the two bottom pieces, and they are kind of on a curve. So you're going to want to just work with them a little bit. And then before we assemble this, I'm going to glue on my embellishment panels. And I like to actually glue these on. It's easier with the tape, I know. But you want to make sure that you get those corners really well and the edges, because this is built on a curve. You don't want them to pop up. Just like that. And then do the same with this one. Down here on the bottom. All right, once that's done, then we can go ahead and tape those side pieces down. So I'm going to take my tape runner and I'm going to put tape on this front piece right here on the edge of the tabs. You don't want this whole tab, you just want the edge. Oh. And you probably could glue this, that would probably work a little bit better. Okay, so we've got those, and now I'm going to flip it over so it's upside down, and I'm going to put tape on these tabs that don't have it right on the edge again. Okay, once you have that, then you're going to bring these together, and you're going to tape just the edge, and so that when it folds up, it matches, oops, I'm not in the camera, it matches up with the edge of your bottom. Come on. And that's what gives it kind of that little curve on the box. So do it again on this side. Match up the bottom first. And then you can do those sides. Then you can decide which one you want as the front, either that piece or that piece. They're the same, so it doesn't really matter. And now you can take your little sandcastle and either glue it on or pop dot it. Doesn't matter. You know me, I'm going to do the pop dots. This is just foam tape that I buy on the rolls. And they have it in different thicknesses. And I think the foam tape gives it dimension, and it also helps it with the curve of the box. But you are more than welcome to just glue it on there. It works fine to just glue it. Okay, and there is our little beach bag with a sandcastle on the front. So fun for little gifts or favors for a day at the beach, a day at the lake, even a day at the pool. All right. So let's go ahead and do the one with the pineapple. And again, I did ink or use my distress crayons very lightly on the two leaves part of the pineapple and on the outside of the pineapple. Then we have the underneath part of our pineapple. We have our hibiscus flower, which has 3 pieces. So it has the darker layer, the lighter layer, and then this really small little piece that goes in the middle. We're going to just set those aside. And then we have the circle and the scallop circle. Once again, we have the 2 embellishment pieces and the bag. So let's go ahead and slide those over. And let's assemble our pineapple first. So I'm just going to take some tape and add tape to this back of the circle and add that to our scallop circle. And then I'm going to take the back of my pineapple and glue it onto the bottom of the circle, right in the center. And before I do that, let me show you that there's 2 flat ends. The smaller flat end goes on the bottom, and the longer flat end goes on the top. Okay, let's add our leaves. So the leaf with like the square on it, it goes on first. I'm just going to match it right up there. And then the leaves with the, not the square, the wider bottom goes on top. The top of our pineapple has little triangles on it. And all I did was I'm going to take these and kind of just flip them up a little bit like that. And if you're shading these, you might want to shade those little tiny triangles. You don't have to. And this is just kind of what gives it that look of a pineapple. So I'm just barely using my thumb to kind of make those poke up a little bit. We're not really bending them. And they don't all have to be even. I did cut this pineapple top out of a little bit darker paper than what is on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and add some glue to it. And then just line it up right there with that bottom piece. And there is our pineapple. Next up, let's take the bottom of our flower, which is more of the solid piece, and we're going to just put some glue on it and lay it right there, wherever you want on your pineapple. And then we'll take this other piece, and it's got all the little jagged edges cut out of it. They're not really jagged edges, but the detail. And this is just a little bit smaller than the darker piece. And that's so that that darker piece kind of shows through when you lay it on there. So you're going to kind of match it up. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. It's not supposed to be. Now I'm going to add just a drop of glue in the center, and then take my little stamen and just stick it in there. And then the glue will dry clear. So there is the middle piece for your bag. So cute. Okay, let's bring our bag over. We're going to again score everything and fold it down towards the table or the desk, away from us. So we have the 4 tabs, and then we have the rounded bottom. And once that's done, we can glue on our embellishment panels. And like I said with the other one, with the sandcastle, I usually do glue these on so that they don't pop off when they curve with the box. These little baskets go together so quick, and they are such a fun way to give little gifts, or even a gift card. So many uses. Candy, treats, small gifts. All right, so once that's on there, let's go ahead and we're going to tape the 2 edges on the top towards the outside. Excuse me. And then we're going to flip it over, and the tabs that we have not done, so we've put tape on these 2. Now we're going to put tape on these 2 on the edge. And that second step, you don't really have to, because the tape lines are going to line up together. I do it, it just makes that box a little bit sturdier and not so likely to split open if you have something heavy in there. Okay, let's flip it over, and we're going to match up the bottom first. We want the same width on the bottom, and then we can glue those side tabs or the sides together. So the tab that has the glue on the outside, you're going to fold down first. The tab that has the glue on the inside, you're going to fold down second. Just line them up. And there's our little bag. Okay, let's take our pineapple and put it on there. Again, you can do foam tape, or you could just glue it directly on there. Doesn't matter. And you could cut these little bags out of any color that you wanted to. You could do them with pattern paper. You could do them with solid and do the embellishment panels out of pattern paper. So many options. With this one, you want to make sure that your scalloped edge is above the edge of the box so that it'll stand up. And there is our little pineapple beach bag. So fun to fill and to give. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.